This is our 5th annual Volunteer Zoo Workday, where Brookshire pays our employees and then they can volunteer to come over here and help the many projects at Ellen Trout Zoo. Today we're doing several different projects that the zoo has, I guess, on their wish list. We have some different projects, including some welding, some gates for the giraffes, actually creating the gate itself and welding it, digging up dirt, inserting it in concrete. We're digging up some old, I guess, walkways that the concrete was getting rough on and uneven and unsafe for the visitors. We're doing some plumbing for, I think, some Chinese alligators, some new drainage. We're doing some just basic landscaping. I think we're paving something for the taper, and lots of different projects throughout the zoo. Painting. We are so lucky to have our maintenance department, and with our maintenance department we have our carpenters, we have our plumbers, we have our electricians, we have our welders, and just your basic maintenance people. And we could not do this project without them. They're really the heart and soul of our zoo day, because they're the ones that do this every day. They're used to the projects, and they get it done. We work really close with the zoo. We're their only corporate sponsor. Of course, we're right across the street. We're good neighbors with them. We have a program with our High Top Animal Crackers, where anyone, if they want to help support the zoo, they can go into any Brookshire Brothers store, buy some of the High Top Animal Crackers, and part of the proceeds is donated to the zoo. We donate that way. Also, our golf tournaments that we have every year. We have a spring and a fall golf tournament. We bring in our vendors to come in, Crown Colony, and play golf. And then at the end of the year, we donate to the zoo. Last year, I think we donated $20,000 just to the zoo.
Well, it's a tremendous benefit to the zoo. We have this year alone 35 projects that are being worked on. We have one of our zoo employees, and then we have several of the Brookshire Brothers employees working together on those projects, and we're able to get a lot done in a single day that without that help it would take our staff weeks and even months to complete. So it's a real tremendous asset to us, and we appreciate it very much. We've been doing this for 5 years, and we have just done a tremendous amount of improvements and contributions to the zoo through this work. We've had as many as 100 Brookshire Brothers employees over here in the past, and when you have that kind of work and that kind of skill and that kind of dedication, we get a lot done. And not only do we just work, we'll take a break about 11:30, 11:15, then we take their employees in the back areas and show them what we do for work. They get to see the inside and workings of the hippo aquarium, and they get to go to the giraffes and rhinos, and our staff tells them about all the animals that we have. So we try to have a program where we get a lot of work done, and yet we have a lot of fun doing it. So it's not like a labor day. It's a fun day, but it's a day of progress. But we're able to allow them to meet in our new building. Since their recent expansion, they've had a need for extra space, and so we've had several of their training sessions over here. We've had some meetings of their corporate people and vendors, and so we're just real pleased to be able to reciprocate with them where we can.
This year we also had the Campbell Group out of Diboll helping us. We partnered with them. They, at the beginning of the year, needed some peanut butter donated for a CISC backpack program, and in return they decided that they would have their employees volunteer for our work day. So we've got about 10 or 12 of those guys out here, and they're being a big help having some foresters out here. They're very knowledgeable with a lot of the stuff we're doing, so we're excited to have them partner with us.
They are installing a giraffe control gate. The device actually goes into the ground 2 feet and has a platform behind it, and they'll bring in 3 yards of concrete to set that in so that the giraffes can't push it out. This is quite an endeavor. It's a real project. It's something that, as we were talking about, without Brookshire Brothers' help, something like this would cost us a lot of money and might even be cost prohibitive. So we really do appreciate the hard work that they're doing. We bought the materials for the gate. In fact, we gave them a PO. They got the materials, took them to their shop, welded the gate, brought us the bill for the materials. So we paid for that, but all the labor and all the work putting it together, they've all assumed that. So Elizabeth Farmer, our supervisor of this area, came up with the design, and she worked with one of their welders as well to come up with the fine tuning of it.
Yes, I worked really closely with Brookshire Brothers. I had an initial just scratch design of how I needed it to work and what I wanted it to be, and they kind of collaborated with us and took the design and ran with it. And we're real excited to have the gate that we have because I'm really optimistic that it's going to work for what we need to use it for. There's 3 different gate levels that will allow us to access different parts of the giraffe's body. Or if we have a smaller giraffe that's not as tall as our big bull here, we'll be able to leave the top part of the gate open and have basically a shorter gate. So it gives us a lot of flexibility as far as accessing different parts of the animal's body. We love working with Brookshire Brothers. They put in a lot of time and effort and always go above and beyond and help us to produce things like this gate behind me. It really, really, really helps us here at the zoo. We get a lot of projects knocked out in a short amount of time, and it's a lot of fun.